teach this again, how do I improve it? And so overall though, I think it was a good job. Like you're doing a good job. So with the notes, like that's one of the things that you're trying to work on, and that's how you can, all of this goes back to that goal of like notes. How do I improve on those notes? What are some ways that you think you could do? Like what do you think? Have you seen other teachers do notes?
Actually, no, I haven't.
That would be a good question to maybe bring up
Okay.
with your other physics teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, how do you make your kids do notes?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you do it? How do you work it? And because I'm making them do notes, like they're doing it, but I'm trying to find a good balance of writing enough, but not writing too much, and not giving them anything.
Yeah.
Because I still want them to stay writing in there. And what you could do is you could ask them and pick their brains. And that could be really helpful, because that is one of those things that I'm not a notes taker. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Whenever my teachers made me take notes, I hated it. I was like, I don't need to take notes. Like, I can listen, I can pay attention, I've got it.
Yeah, and like me, I'm a big note taker.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's where you gotta find that happy medium for those students and offer them, but that's another example of differentiation. That's one of the ways that you'll differentiate your instruction with your students is, okay, this is how you can take notes, these are your options, and things of that nature. But you won't know that unless we talk with those other teachers about that. And I think that would be helpful.
Okay.
Anything else you think you could do?
I know, like Mr. Venegas, I know he gives them like, I don't know what it is. It's like this big sheet and they're kind of like just problems, and I really don't know how he takes notes, but I would like to know. But then, like when I was looking at his paper, I was confused.
Okay. I think talking with Mr. Reagan is be like, hey, explain this to me right here. Like, what's going on? Because this looks interesting, but how does it work?
Actually, I haven't really seen how other teachers have their students take notes, but that's something that I should learn.
I think that would be helpful, because then that'll give you an idea. Now, you don't have to do what they do,
Yeah.
but it'll give you other ideas of like, that's how they do it. And that's why I shared what I do. Like it's my orange slide, it's my weird orange red slide with a star. Like that's the one. If they're gonna take the notes, they've got to be on those slides. That's how I do it. Because everything that's gonna come on the test, that's what I'm gonna do. And then my other slides are, I try to limit the amount of words that I have on it too.
Yeah.
Did you ever get told like what's the magic number of like words and stuff like that?
No, but I know like I shouldn't fill a slide with a whole bunch, because then you just look at it and you're like,
I had a professor, so I had a professor, and it was like it was an advanced psychology course or something. I was thinking about doing psychology. Didn't work. But they said that there's like this magic 6x6 rule. No more than 6 bullet points, and no more than like 6 words per bullet point or something like that. Like that would be your max. So like 36 words. Now obviously sometimes it's very tough, especially with physics, because of the content and how we're trying to explain things.
Yeah.
But I think working on that summarizing aspect and being like, okay, and then kind of spacing it out and short chunking it for those students might be helpful as you organize your slides. Wow, that went fast, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any questions, anything else that I can do?
No, like what did you think overall?
I loved it, like I told you. Like there's nothing I would have like, and I mean we didn't talk about the one student that was disruptive, but that's because the other 20 were just fine. And so that's where we're gonna but that's where like admin should help and step in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, this one student, like, I need to take him aside and find out, hey, what's going on?
And I think I know who you're talking. He's never here. It was his first time here.
And I wrote this down, because that was my question. It was because he didn't look like he knew what he was doing and things like that. So like I wrote in here, attendance issues, discipline. Is he sped 504? Is he just apathetic? Like why is the student this way? Now I'm not gonna expect you to focus all of your entire time on that one student. And so that's why, like, as an administrator, if I'm observing